Hmm. All right, all right. Okay, okay. Mm. All right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Ahayah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Just coming with a little something, something. And I hope that it shine light on some information or something that's you are aware of and something that you might not be aware of. And I'm titling this message, Ahayah has not given us the power for war. Okay, we're in a time that I would say and say as if I'm on the top of a mountain. We are in midnight. We're in that midnight hour. And many of us don't consider the fact that there is a such time. And what midnight represent is darkness, evil, and wicked at its highest. Okay. So when Sister Deborah is saying the midnight hour or the darkness, it's speaking of wicked and evil at its highest. Okay. So that's where we're at in this day. And because we are there, we need to focus basically on the light. Because just looking at what is around us on every side, that's all you see. It's midnight, which is a lot of evil and wicked going on. And the topic that I'm going to cover, it has a lot. Hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you. I'm glad to see you. I'm covering this topic because I think it's very important to those that are elect and chosen of the Most High Yah for a time as this to work as a vessel, a servant of the Most High Yah, to not get caught up thinking that the Most High is giving you some sort of authority or right or power to war. He said this war is not yours. First of all, it's not flesh and blood. So therefore, when you feel that you have to defend the book or you have to defend other books, you have to defend Torah, you have to defend uh, Israel and the tribe of Judah. You are taking yourself a place that you will, and you shall not return because you're going over in an area on your own because the Most High did not, Ahayah did not and has not given you the power for war. And we're going to cover that topic. But first of all, I want to let you know today went well for me. I had a pretty balanced day, and I was in the store, and some when people walk in, I just be on my computer and I just say hello. So happened I was saying someone came in. There were people already in the store shopping, and someone came in, and I never looked up to see. I said hello, and it was my oldest daughter and my only granddaughter, and she's going on 14. They came and they had flowers and cards, and I'm like, oh, did they not tell you? I thought I said no flowers, no cards, and no gifts. She said, oh, I didn't know it, but it's just love. I appreciate it because it was something that she gave, that she made out of her own, with her own hands. And Sister Deborah is really into using what you have within yourself. It just makes things special. So she made me one and my mother one. And it was really nice. It's really nice. And it fits into my living room because it's all the colors that's in my living room. So I did take it because she had put her hands to work. And when you're doing that, you're giving it something. You're giving. So I went on and accept the cards and the uh, the flowers she made, and so much for that. That's how it turned out today. So it turned out like pretty much like I wanted it to. I wasn't looking for, and I didn't want anything from anyone really. So it turns out pretty much like I wanted it to turn out. And I still give the Most High Ahayah all praise and all glory and honor. You know, I still give him all the praise and honor and glory for who he is in it all. Because if you really think about it, for him to allow me to reach this level where all of my children, in whom I have brought up and raised and nourished through him, and I definitely say through him, because every one of them would tell you, since they were little bitty kids, they remember me talking about the Bible and about the Most High. They'll tell you, oh, that's all she taught. Everything starts with them, everything ends with them. That's right. That's right. So they can definitely vouch for that. So I just thank him for being able to allow me to just be a mother. He trusted me to be a mother that would give them uh, the food that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. And I just thank him for that. But this topic here is about Ahayah. Ahayah has not given us the power for war. Let us not war with one another. It's all vain and it's vexed. When you are elect and chosen, whatever the Most High put on you to speak or to do it and do it well. Okay? Never think he wants you to battle and war and show your authority. And you can show your authority when you're trying to use the word that comes out of the books. Okay? And you're trying to war with people from scriptures, books, Torah. That is, none of it is of the Most High, Ahayah. None of it is of Ahayah. I don't care how long a person has been in this and how long they have been riding the horse of their knowledge and how much light they feel they have. A lot of it, 99.9, no, I'm going to give 100 of it, most likely is a word of the flesh, the knowledge of the flesh, because the spirit and truth don't rumble that way. So if you've been called, appointed, and anointed, and you have accepted your holy calling, and you have stepped in it, just do it well to the best of your ability. And the best of your ability is not giving you the right to war with people. Okay? with it. You see, let's set an example. For instance, me, when I found out how powerful the gift of the Holy Spirit in me and the power therein, I was afraid to even. It was more so he had been coaching me how to use it. And I appreciate that, because what we do is when he gives us a little position, or he gives us a little knowledge, or he gives us a little understanding, 99.9 take off running with it. They take off running with it. And they use it to war against people. The Most High was speaking to me, and he said, Deborah, if I come to you and I tell you, you remember I was telling y'all about that nakedness? He said that I couldn't use the nakedness against the individual. And it started with my ex-husband. He said, I couldn't, you're not allowed to use the nakedness against an individual. Their nakedness. Nakedness is when he come to you, he lets you know A to, let's say A to H, okay, about that individual, okay? He's letting you know it in the spirit realm. He don't want you to come out of the spirit realm and use what you've learned about that individual in the spirit realm against them. Like saying, okay, yeah, I know you like this here. You ain't gonna do this and you ain't gonna do that because you like this here. Because I seen you in the spirit. And you don't use, he don't want us to use it like that. Because he already told me that you cannot use their nakedness against them. Because the nakedness is something only the Most Ahayah will allow you to enter in to see. It is not something you can see in the natural. It's where he takes you to a realm where he show you who an individual is. Let's get it another example. He spoke to me about the spirits that is upon the men, because I was asking them what was that I was beholding. And I was seeing too much of it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was seeing too much of it in the spirit realm. I was about to say, wait a minute now, wait a minute. You mean, well, it's something. It is something. He had to come and tell me, Deborah, is a spirit that has been let loose, because their hearts is not going to turn. It's going to worsen and worsen. So the hate spirit has detached himself, and they have detached themselves to the hate spirit. So their main issue is to support this hate spirit in any and every way possible. They're not going to turn, Deborah. They're not going to change, Deborah. It's not going to be okay. It is a hate spirit on them. Okay? So when he says this to me regarding men, telling me it's a spirit that they have on them, only thing about it is I know where it come from. That's not really what you call their nakedness. That's more so bringing you to the light of what you in the midst of. He's like taking you to, you in the dark, you in this world, and the issues of this world is dark. So he give you the light of what's going on when you're seeing this. And yes, you keep running to my altar. You keep running to my altar. Let me just stop you from doing it like that, because you don't have to. Let me just give you what is actually going on, Deborah. They got a hate spirit. So should I try to war with them? Because the Most High has opened my eyes to see them as having this hate spirit. And the hate spirit is very, very, very wicked and evil. Big time. And so that's where you see, like I asked you all to take out a few days and just go over the internet and see how many lives are being, what is actually going on with these men. And nobody wants to do that. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but no one wants to. But that goes back to Hosea, denying truth. No one wants to see the light. They want to stick with the darkness because it's comfortable. They don't want to see the reality of what's going on. They don't want to know the reality of what's going on. They don't want to even think that they're in the midst of the reality that's actually taking place. They just want you to not speak on it, not talk on it, not say anything. But what Yah is saying is, I did not give you power to war. Okay? He is not giving his elects, his chosen ones that he has mission with a purpose. He is not giving you permission to war with these men. You say what I have you to say with all authority and with all power, and keep it going. Keep it going. Don't stop. Hear what they say. Back up. Consider what they say. Look at what they said. Understand what they said. No, keep it going. Because I have given you the light in the midst of what is going on in the darkness. So if I send you to say something, drop that token, keep it going. Yah is not one that's an author of confusion. And what he means is, he says what he means and he means what he says. So if he say that there is a hate spirit that's among the tribe of Judah, he means that. It don't mean it, no matter what they say, it don't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they say or how they feel. It's what he said that it is. I don't have a heaven nor a hell to put anyone in. But I can tell you, if the Most High give it to me to say it, I'm going to say it. But I'm going to also keep it going. When you have a lot of people who are claiming, like they say, this chosen and elect positions that they have, but they warn with the issue. They stand on the issue as if y'all going to change the issue because they're sticking to it. You see, they don't know how to just say what I said the Most High and keep it going. The Most High drag you back and say this again, say this and say this, then you say it. But he is not going to cause you to be warring against people, trying to make people think that you got something in learn. You are so learned, you got it going on. That is not of Yah. Yah is not wanting you to take this Bible and other books, Torah and Greek and Hebrew, and think that that is a tool that you use in the war that you're trying to participate in. It's vain and vexed. It's worthless. And many are going to get hurt by that in the long run because they're trying to fight a battle that it's not theirs. It's a war going on. And guess what? It don't belong to us. It is not ours to be out here trying to fight it. That's why, Sister Deborah, if y'all said, tell this person, that's it. You know what I have to do? Okay, do what he said. That's it. Your time is up, and keep it going. Don't go back and say when he said, y'all said this person still this, and y'all said this person did this. Y'all said this. No. That's not how he rumbled. Why is that, you all? Why is it that y'all don't keep going back and forward and telling you, say this to him, say this to him, say this to him? Why? Because his word is power. In his word, it don't need to keep repeating itself. It says it once and keep it going, and then you will see that which it said, it spoken, come to pass. It ain't got time to be warring with nobody. Oh, you lying about this, and you lying on me, and you told me this, and you told me that. You don't know what you read, and you don't know what you teach. And you look, it is finished. It is over. There's no more patty caking, baking a man. You guys, it's over. It's over. Believe it or not, it was over before it started. In Yah, you just walking it out. He ain't asked you to talk it out. He ain't asked you to war it out either. So a lot of people are, and what if they're not going to be able to get out of it because they so hung up on their learned mentality of their flesh to where they couldn't get out if they tried, because it brings pleasure to be able to battle in this war, just to show my strength is stronger than your strength. And they don't understand all of it is vain and vexed and is not of the Most High Ahayah. So those people are those who really believe that they are chosen, they are elect, but they taking on their own mission. Y'all have not wrote up anything for them to take on such a heavy task. We are not to take what Yah is having us to say and to do and use it to war against those that are not abiding by it. It's about, he's not sending us to keep going to the same individual, telling them the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And then just that is not of Yah. I even hear them also getting on here saying things about, well, this famous people is going to do this, and it constantly keeps showing these different famous people that Yah is saying this and Yah is saying. I'm like saying, do you know a lot of them have sold their spirit over to Satan? So why is Yah having you to pass judgment on what he already know that's not in the Lamb Book of Life? Do you see what I'm saying? So why would he waste his time allowing you to do that heavy judgment in that type of way? If they got a judgment, they have to stand before him. Why would he send Sister Deborah to do the final judgment on people? Because I'm having dreams and visions, or I'm assuming that this is what Yah has me to do because he called me to this position. So therefore I had a dream of this, did, and this person died, or this happened, or this person happened, or this happened to this person. And a lot of times it be famous people. And I'll be like, why would Yah use so much of his time trying to get people who have denied him and have sold themselves over? But he's going to give it all to you in dreams and vision and telling you that these things are going on as if they are the light of the world. I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's not meant for me to get it. But I say to those that are out there, Yah is not an author of confusion. He has not given you any authority nor power to war against darkness. He have not given you power to war against darkness, because 99.9, they're talking about darkness themselves, but they warn against it as if he has assigned them to stand in the position and fight a battle they weren't assigned to. He hasn't given anyone, even Yeshua HaMashiach, he didn't come down here to war or to battle with anybody. But what is it that's going on that's causing these people who's carrying all type of positions that they say is of Yah, and they taking it and they warring against other in their minds, in their hearts, in their strength, and in their spirit. They are warring against others as if Yah say, here, you got the power, go get them. No, I've given you so much information that you are very learned, go get them. Yah, it's not about that. That's your flesh. And it might not ever, ever, ever be delivered from that flesh desire to war itself in the flesh. Yah is not sending you, because we're in the midnight hour. It's finished. The tribe of Judah and the house of Israel. I'm speaking the tribe of Judah and the house of Israel, and those that are in these four corners in captivity. We're going to lose it here. Not going to. We already have. I see it every day. I see it every day. So what battle are we going to be trying to fight while we're in captivity? Does that make any sense, y'all? Why would y'all be using us to fight battles as if we're so learned we couldn't share information to wake the people up that sits in darkness, but we can share information when it's time to battle with one another? It doesn't make any sense, and it's sad. But if the truth be told, this has been going on for quite a while, and now it has become a business. They have taken on war, having a war against others. And if you see that this individual is not going to be capable or even capable of receiving, how would I say, the charge of you wanting to war with him, why are you constantly trying to war with him? I mean, you're really, people don't understand when you're chosen and you're elect, you don't have time for that. He said, if it was so, it would fool the very elect. That means the very elect ain't got time for that nonsense. Just like I was telling you all these books they came up with, and how they take the Bible, the Torah, and all this here. Look, what would be the purpose of a teacher of Ahayah coming to teach you all things if he thought for 1 minute everything that he wanted you to know was in this book? What would be his purpose of coming? He knew that everything is not in there. Matter of fact, pretty much nothing is in there outside of that which he has inspired, he has breathed upon. And he'll use that to teach you. You see, from the book. But he'll teach you from the book what is already in him. You see? So people don't understand, it's not about the things on the outer man. It's the things on the inner man, which is his own spirit. A lot of people don't grip that. It's just, you know why I think people can really grip a lot of things? It's because people don't understand you ain't got no soul, baby. You got a spirit. That's the image of Ahayah that you have. You see? But you got this, they have placed these, like many other words, they have placed soul in there, and it confused, and it did an excellent job confusing people. I mean, a fantastic job confusing people, because it got people thinking soul, and they really can't identify where is this soul at. All they know is they see it in scriptures, but really it is a spirit, because you will never, I haven't, nor will you find, if y'all ever said anything about a soul. And I'm going to search that. I'm going to put that down right here. Now, when you call the 10 Commandments, they put soul in there too. But those 10 Commandments came from the heaven, and the way man printed them up, they add soul. And even to today, I don't have any problem with the King James, the 1611, none of that. I don't have any problems with it. You know why, y'all? It's because I know who the true teacher is. I know who is the number one teacher of it all. The one that taught me what took place before the foundation of the world. Ahayah. He's the true teacher. So I look for him to teach me any and everything. And people thinking that if we say, that the Most High teach us, and he teaches spirit and truth, that's not true. What you mean that's not true? Why would we are, that's all we have, y'all. What is it about a man and a woman that we need to put our full confidence in, our full trust? Why should we fear them? What spirit and truth do they hold? But they don't want you to trust in things that are in the spirit and truth, because they want you to trust in their wisdom, their knowledge, their understanding in their flesh. And that's the same thing the men are doing as well. They want you to come from that end and that end only. And when you come from that end only, you're going to be lost out here. And I mean, you're going to be in a space you wouldn't want to be in. You see? So stay in tune with the light. And no matter how, don't worry about how bright the light get. If it's get bright, that's good. That's showing that you are an elect. Don't let the light get bright in you. And what the bright Sister Deborah is talking about, if he's pouring out wisdom and knowledge and teaching you throughout the day, let him just keep on pouring it out in you. Okay? Because you best bet he got a plan for you. You know, and even though we in the midnight hour, he's going to do something with you. You're going to be that light in the midnight hour. That when darkness see you, that it's going to run. You see? So let him continue to pour light into you. Don't just think it's an end to it or he needs to stop. There's too much light. No, let him give you all that he have to give you. Because he knows who he shaped and formed before you was in your mother's womb and how he wanted you to be. Okay? But this thing about thinking God has given us the power of war, no, he has not ever. And I see a lot of prophets and prophetess using it to the best of their ability. Now, I'm not saying these are prophetess and prophets of the Most High Ahayah. Now, I'm going to leave that right there. Because when I see this and I see war and warring against people doing things that ain't going to change, because it's all vain and vexed, because Yah has not revealed to you, because you won't sit in his classroom. You want everybody to sit in your classroom. You want everybody to sit up under you. You want everybody to understand what you've been taught. But baby, this thing's bigger than anything you've been taught. It's bigger than anything that you have read, you have understood, you have mastered. This thing is bigger than all of that, because it is spirit and truth. And that's something you cannot master. You can't get taught that. You see? You can't learn that. See, and that's why I like it. I like it. I love it. Because it makes so much sense. If we can't worship him, he said we only worship him in spirit. And he is truth. So if anything he want to share with you, it would be spirit and truth. You see? But they want you to get up under their flesh teaching. Yes, they've been taught a lot of things and understand many things, but those things are vain and vexed, because it hasn't been backed up nor backed down by the Ruach HaKodesh, who teaches you all things, because that's what he will come and do. He will back what you was taught. He'll back that thing up and he'll back that thing down, and he'll come and land everything even. He'll balance that thing out, because a lot of people really believe. I've been in this for 100 years. I know. Oh, no, you don't, baby. 100 years don't tell you, you know. Only spirit and truth. And when it comes, it teaches you. But if you think that the Ruach HaKodesh, want to teach somebody if they overly learned, if they know it all, if they have mastered the Bible, the Torah, all the other missing books, they know Greek, they know Hebrew. You think for 1 minute, what can the Ruach teach them? Somebody, does that make sense? What would the Ruach want to teach them? Because they have learned their way and their mold and shaped. And he will allow them to make sense to themselves. No matter what corner they turn, they're going to always be right in what they're saying. It's going to make sense to them day and night, night and day. It's all going to make sense, because they've been up under the spirit of men. And not the spirit of men, but the flesh of men. Man. You see, that has taught them so long to where they don't see no other way but to understand all that they have learned from a man. So when the new sheriff come in town, which he wants to come into you, he can't get in there. He can't even come near the door. Matter of fact, he can smell you at a distance. I don't want to go in there. I'm not coming in there, because it's vain and vexed. I can't teach this person nothing. They overly learned. They out there battling, men and women, battling and saying Yah sent them into battle. That is not of Yah. That is wicked and evil. And they would never see it. Never would they see it. Because when you get people clapping and praising you and lifting your flesh up, Your spirit don't give a chance to check your flesh and say, look, you need to stand down. You need to shut your mouth. Oh no, not that flesh. That flesh gonna be getting all this praise and this glory and thinking it's all in there in righteous, and it's not. Yah did not give us. He did not give us the power to war. We are to stand on what he has given us and stand firm, be anchored in what he has said unto us. But when he come to you in spirit and truth, trust that's it. No other way. No other way do you allow someone else to come. If he didn't came in you and abide in you, and he's talked to you and he tell you, well, you know, this, you stand on that. Because that is foundation. That is spirit and truth. That is the light. That is righteous. That is just speaking to you and saying these things to you. Don't kick that to the side and run to these platforms thinking you're going to get everything, a full meal deal from this person. And a lot of them got them itchy ears. People got a lot of tingling and itchy ears. They want to hear something, but they don't want to hear what could proceed out of the mouth of the Most High, Ahayah. Why? Because it don't bring them the same pleasure as it does when they hear out their flesh. You know, it's a big difference, you all. It's a big difference. And when you so overly learned that you can use your ability to war with others based on what you feel you have the power to do, because you feel you overly learned. You learn, you know so much. You can use what you know to battle and war with others. You got a very, very sick issue. A very sick issue. And you know what? The Most High Yah is not going to cater to that. If Yah say, Sister Deborah, if Yah said, Deborah, I need you to speak this here. Whatever he's telling me to speak to, I don't know that person. I don't want to have no dealings with that person. I don't want to have, that's it. I don't want to sit and watch no video. I don't want none of it. He's just saying, go say this. If he said, go say it, guess what I could do? I go in and come out. Why? Because the power says, speak and come out. It's no need in sitting and plotting and figure it out if they don't agree with me, or if they buckle up to what I'm saying. Buckle up, and you can buckle down. The word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah has been spoken. So it don't matter. You can go either route you want. It's over. It's finished. Then I come back and he said, okay, speak about this. Did you know this here? Remember this here? Do you know this? Let me tell you about this. See, you have to have something about yourself that says, I'm ready to hear whatever he has to tell me, or teach me, or show me, or reveal to me. Whether it's in dreams or vision, I'm ready to receive anything Ahayah has to give to me in this day. I'm not going to be as big and on high hall trying to get people to listen to me. You look, Sister Deborah been on here 4 years. You think I give a crap about how many subscribers and how many like? Those are the true chosen, the chosen one, and the elect. Because they don't need your subscribing, your likes. They have what? Can someone in the live chat tell me why is it they don't need subscribers? They don't need likes. They don't need praises. Why is that? Why is it that nothing these platforms can offer, Sister Deborah? Why is it that I don't need all of that? Do anybody happen to know in the live chat why Sister Deborah might think that she don't need it? There's never a wrong or right answer to that. It's just an answer that's so sweet. Why is it? One says all go to him. All praises to the most high, higher. Okay. Anyone else wants to say? Why is it that I am not embracing or caught up in subscribers and teaching them? See, the Ruach teaches you all. That's right. But that's a good one. That can be part of it. But okay, because you have the truth. That's a part of it too. If you guess why, you guys, there's a thing that you must do, and guess what it is? Okay. Okay. Okay, you almost got it there. You almost got it. Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. You got some of the words turned, but you got it. Guess why? He said, "He that findeth the narrow gate." See, the narrow gate is a place that you got to find. It's out there for you to find it. Once you find it, do you give a rest behind? You ain't got no subscribers and no likes. No, why? Because you already found the narrow gate. That leads to what? Righteousness. That leads to life. You already found it. So why is subscribers and likes and getting on this here devil platform cutting up from the floor up with people? Why would I use what Yah has given me, which is power, to war against people? I say what he had me to say, and that's it. So if Sister Deborah, he said, narrow is the gate that leads to what? Life. And very few shall find it. Why? Because righteous in that gate. Upright is in that gate. Just is in that gate. The light is in that gate. But you got to find it. And if Sister Deborah says she has found it, why am I worried about the subscribers way out in the broad gate? Why should I be caught up in subscribers and light that's set up over in the broad gate where people are trying to master to get? Over in the narrow gate, those are the people who are chosen and elect to be able to find the narrow gate. And they're not supposed to be caught up in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and all these other places trying to get a word out. The word has already been out. Now listen to this. Does this make any sense? If he taught me what took place before the foundation of the world, he's been dealing with me since I was 4. What more am I looking for? What message on this devil platform must I look for from somebody on here? What message? What message can they tell me? He that find it, you have to find that narrow gate that leads to life. That life is eternal. But guess what he said? You got to find it. And he already appointed and anointed those that he has chosen and elect to know the way. Oh, he's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. So again, this topic, Ahayah has not given us power to war. Do you think it's time for sister to get on here and start warring with people in such a midnight hour? What? Let me say this to you all. Let me tell you something. What happened? If Sister Deborah get on this devil platform and start warring with people, guess what happened? I'm going to be in danger with Yah. I'm in trouble. Big trouble with the Most High, Ahayah. Why? Why is Sister Deborah would be in big trouble? Because if he said they ain't going to have it here, he said we in the midnight hour. He said get your butt in that corner. You know, it's time to serve, praise, and worship him. And the corner means surrender. Why would I be up here trying to get a good message out to war against somebody and what somebody else is saying? Y'all gave me a message to give to let someone know that that was it. And guess what? You think I'm going to be like Jonah? Jonah? He sent Jonah in to minister to the people. Jonah said, because why? Jonah knew them people was wicked and evil at the highest. He took off the opposite way. He didn't care if he was on the ship. He even told him, I tell you what, just throw me over. So this man knew that he was willing to die, but he wasn't going back to where y'all sent him because he already knew those people wasn't going to change. He knew those people was wicked and evil. You see? So why would I know what he has given me and shown me, and he teaches me throughout the day? Why would I take any of all of that good, precious mercy and grace and go trying to war with somebody regarding something that I said and they battled, then they said, and then I said, and then they said, and then I said, and go on and say it, and I'm representing the Most High Ahayah. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Yah has not given us the power to war against no one. Furthermore, the elect and the chosen should know better. The elect and the chosen shall know better. Why? Because he has elected you and he has chosen you to be in him, to be his vessel. He has molded and shaped you before you was in your mother's womb. He has predestined and ordained you for a purpose as this. Not to take your purpose. If he put a purpose in you, you think it's about warring with somebody because they believe this? Honestly, come on. I have never thought that I was called as a prophetess to war. I was called to judge. And even in that, I still have to do what? Wait on the Most High, Ahayah. You have to know that you hear his voice. And you hear the word that proceed out of his mouth. Because you know what? You can get it mixed, tangled up with the words that proceed out of your mouth when you overly learned and you think you know so much that you can go out half-cocked and speak as if you have the authority. And you don't. Because Yah hasn't given you the power to war. We can't war. We're losing it here. And until we lose it here, he is not coming. And Babylon is not falling. They already fallen. But what I mean, the debris you won't see. See, we're going to have to recognize that there was a curse. Let me show you another thing. Okay. But that's kind of scary too, because he said it in the book of Genesis, and they still today don't believe it. But anything that he says, it is. Okay. So if he said something that leads us to believe it, we can't take out what we want to believe and throw the beginning and the end away. We got to see it to the what? The beginning and the end. Can we take the beginning off and just go after the end? Nope. Can we take the end off and just go after the beginning? Nope. Can we take the end and the beginning out and go after only a couple of pieces? No, we can't. We got to take the beginning, the middle, and the end. At the end is where our deliverance is going to come. But we're going to have to be at the end of what it says, destroyed. And to me, that's good news, because it sets me free in so many ways of understanding the things that's coming and the things that I'm seeing that's actually happening is fulfilling my Father's word. It is fulfilling Ahayah's word. It's a reason why we are going to be hated. And that's something that somebody did not put clear. But then you go back to Deuteronomy, it's clear as clear can get. You see? But somewhere we're thinking of a just reason of why we should be hated at the end. They've been hating us at the beginning. So what's so special about this end? You shall be hated. What's so special? It's because of what we're going to be doing all the way to the end. That every time the media and the news and the CNN and NBC Every time something's on, they're going to be showing us Sister Deborah's face. Not Sister Deborah's face, but her nation doing so many crazy things. And they just and somebody put it on TikTok where this man, and he was old, way old enough to know better. I'm sure he was like 58. Well, he had ran into this young girl's car, and she got out of the car, and you know how you prepare to do the changing information and so on. He didn't get out, so she was just checking taking the pictures of the damage of his car and hers, and he decided to get in his car and run her over. And would you all believe, people got it all on YouTube? Okay, you can see it all on YouTube, as if it was okay for somebody to pit. You would think they would take that down. They ain't taking you down. They got to let the whole world see. And so they can hate you. Because every time they see you, there's nothing good about you. Nothing at all. And women and children, guess what? The children are the bloodline of the father. So they're going to come up identical like he is, like his father, on down to where y'all call them the forefathers, stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. They can't escape it. Okay? Now, what they're going to do is show everything over and over. It was a time where there's some things they just wouldn't show. But now, they showing everything regarding melanated people in this country or all over the world. And it's being broadcast. It's being shined on every evil that we are doing. And the Father said to me, I said, Father, look what they doing. Putting us on it. He said, Deborah, are they doing it? That shut me up and it shut me down. See, it made me realize you don't defend. I said that they're going to lose it. It's going to be gone. I said stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. I said these people have been against me since the beginning of time. So why is it everybody thinking that they are angels and everybody else are devils? What are we doing? We are sitting here trying to find a way to war against one another, especially those who's taken the Bible, the 1611, and all of these other books that they say has been taken, along with taking the Torah out of order. Because what they didn't understand, the Torah in the Bible cannot outride the Torah that rests in Yah. Let me say that again so y'all can get it. The Torah in the Bible ain't got nothing on the Torah that rests in Ahayah. Well, what do you mean, Deborah? See, what they didn't understand something. They don't understand something. Everything that is, it was. Everything that was, it is. Because it was all in the beginning before it was in a book. You see? So therefore, because a man put his pages to a book, don't mean the true Torah is not in Yah. And furthermore, I don't even want to call it Torah. I call it the Word. Not even with an S. I call it the Word. That's it. And you know what exists with this Word? Yah has lined up the Word, not with an S, in instructions and directions. So if we got 1611 King James, we got all these Jaspers and all these books that they got. I don't even call them. I don't even know how to call them out, because you know what? Not all the books don't mean nothing. They vain and vast. That's how you know people are not lining up with spirit and truth, and they're not going to. And now that I know that they're not going to, I ain't gonna waste my time, because here it's gone. They ain't got it, and they ain't gonna get it. That's because the reason why they're not going to get it is because we're in the midnight hour. Okay. Midnight hour is telling you that Yah has created the evil for the days of evil. They said it again, a wicked. Yah has created the wicked for the days of evil. So the days of evil has a time, y'all. So when Sister Deborah calling an hour, that's what she's trying to tell y'all. It's the devil's time. And the people cutting up from the floor on these platforms, first of all, where they have allowed a total great falling away. And I hear honor and humility, Malachi. I hear him going so far on the deep end. They are erasing Paul. They are erasing everything in that Bible just about y'all. And these were men that was really learned. I mean, Hebrew, Greek, precept and line and little here. They had it all packed down. And those that's ever learning and got so much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in their flesh, they are the one that leads the great falling away, y'all. They have led the great falling away. That's why people out in the deep sea, way out there, they can't swim back to dry land because they done took them so far out and they left them there. But this is what gets me, y'all. Guess where these Negroes go to? Back to the vomit in which they had one time, how would I say, vomit out. They went back to lick it up. Now that's where they get their word from. Now you see them showing you videos for hours, listening to the white man tell them truth. It's deep. All of them are doing it. All of them. I know nation build Hebrew building nation. He decided Maureen I forgot his name. He decided to sit down. Sit down. Totally sit down. If he only knew where this calling on his life is, it don't mean you sit down, bro. You can't sit down. It's time to run. Okay? It's time to run this race. And I'm going to get an opportunity. Matter of fact, I think I'll do it tonight to let him know you need to get your butt up. It's time to run. It ain't time to sit down. It's time to get your butt up and run. Nope, you don't look to your left to see if your wife there. You don't look to the right to see if your children there, your mom and your daddy. Get your butt up and start running. Because that's what season. Not season, we out of season. That is what we're at, where we're at in this day. It ain't time to play Mickey Mouse with these people and don't waste your time. I sat up here and I thought about all this sun out. And that I realized after the Father was giving me the fullness and the closure on a lot of it, I realized these people ain't gonna get it. Not realize, I come to embrace what the Father said. Don't get that caught up. It ain't gonna be. It ain't. No, Aunt Deborah, it's vain and vax. You know, your brother Solomon spoke to you over and over, telling you why he was here, and he did. Oh yeah, he had all the wealth that you can possibly have, but for him to lay it out like that, I received it in the spiritual realm. I understood fully what that man was saying. Oh yes, I understood what he was saying, and it is all of it is vain and vax, and that's the mindset of the people today. Their mind is just not there, and they want to make one think that they got a grip. They understand this, they understand that. They want people to assume that they're well learned because they have been under this book for so long. That's what is allowing me to speak today, is because he hasn't given you the power to war because you've been learned. If you've been learned and ain't set up under the Ruach, because if you set up under Ruach will tell you to stand down. When he sent us out to speak something, we go and do it and come back and say, it's like a dog. You know how you throw a bone or a ball out and then the dog will run in and get it and bring it back and give it to you? That's how we have to be with the Most High, Ahayah. We got to know that we got to come back to the home plate where Yah is at. We can't be out there with the ball trying to get another dog to play with it or get another dog to take it from us so they can bring it back to y'all. No, you can't, baby. These people. Now, another thing I think is kind of sad too with those who trying to war with the power they think they have is it's really sad because they're thinking that they're going to get something out of it, and they're enjoying the raft of it all. They're enjoying the pleasure of being able to use what knowledge and wisdom they have and not understand you only have that in the flesh. Because honestly, the ones that coming that knows this thing in spirit and truth, they will knock every word you have ever learned out the box. Because there's a teacher in town, his name is Yeshua HaMashiach, that will bump any type of scholar or what somebody didn't learn for 100 years out of the box and hit a home run. And people don't even recognize that he has all of that authority and power to do so. So a lot of people are warring against people regarding what is being said, what they saying to them, and what they say. If y'all give you a choice to give to somebody, drop it and keep it going. He don't tell you to go back and continue playing with them and warring with them. That is not of Yah. That is not of Yah. Yah is not sending the individual to keep warring with. What did he tell Moses? His son Aaron with him. Go tell him. Moses wasn't supposed to go there and draw a sword on Pharaoh. He wasn't supposed to go there and say, you better do what my father said. He said, did. Torah said, did. No. Moses got his butt over there and ran right back to the father. What the father say? Now go tell him this. Bam. Go tell him. What did Moses do? Got right back to the father. Y'all say, tell him this. Bam. Moses go tell him. Got his butt right back to the father. That's what